Yes, sir. Another day, another story, another week, and it is December. Sisi ade, yempo, December no, wabaland. Sisi Yeboah, Yeboah December nim. December no, oye enije despite election next week Saturday, enije ne de yebeje ne nua. Obi win ni bia yenene be chill, yenene be jawuli. Yes, welcome to the Desert Show right here on Sammy Flex TV, and you know midin enim minim Desert. Now when them better had information headquarters on the Desert Show. Abra e kawode musume kamede na yedi ya to ye na yakọ enim. Na ndo ya abasam. Na masa anope menenam internet no do ana muko hu ade bi. Na mu de no Ghana for say when you anja just get a data and just be roaming on the internet. Just be roaming on the internet. I want to be there. Hey, when you are bed janga. Or I have in America. Look at the video. Me did the video ya. When you are bed, young comra.
Okay, my beats. I dem rap. My beats. I dem rap.
Me want you do all ma. Sadaka. Doti seminam jemu kwa mente. Odasem ye ka hwe krampo so ayete. Ye kantam, ye nyantam, si ye pentam, me no wapam, so baby ye kantam. Odo ye wu, makome mu, me twi ho, me see me bo, ha, you drop pen or carry it, fa me ho, hey, ti, him, me do, hima, me no, back up, me dama, me kafre, so to da secret, odo baby, I saw cause ja. Obi atiri no muda aye sate muda odobeli asoko seja obi atiri no muda aye sate muda asiama doi odobeli asoko seja obi atiri no muda aye sate muda Agraada doi odobeli asoko seja obi atiri no muda yes, Yentina, never order, Nehuna, you say on Tias, Muna, near who baby,
So you weren't expecting that video. Yes, that was Agraada. Sorry. Also, my friend, and I mean, Pedamoko court. Also, my friend, Agraada. Evangelist, Patricia, patience. Evangelist Mama Parts or Patricia na patience. Nina your part room inti yanko. Ona nukun Sunday. As nukun majima go say mo odon ya owo adekam. And then the pedal lunch or pedal compete with Sakode na one Kwame Eugene Akidinum. Onya go take pedal oni odon nyom to. Ono so watch on nyom na onche obey feature. Well, if you check one-on-one on number to do already for your comment section, then send the man. No, but select the artist and the man now. I then we featured. Yes, so moving on to our main story. In the last Saturday we came. Yes, Saturday we came. Well, United Showbiz YouTube one program or Saturdays or panels Empress, that is not Nana Mama Brown Empress Gifty or host first former Nana Mama Brown show no this year name there Empress Miss G Few no Empress no obetin Abeku Santana Ola Michaels nya obetin ko but this year Empress no handle show no this year. So as part of discussion young brother NDC one national communication officer, that's lawyer Sammy Gyamfi Okopredo. And now Orange and other two Ghana name Ada say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and an running mate and the NDC as a whole wabeye. Now there's a little crash. There was a little crash or Cold War studio no. Woman question bra.
Empress.
Yeah, okay.
I
what questions are with you?
Yeah. First of all, my boss Sammy Abaso, I think he's been doing well with what he does. Now, the kind time I ubusa Sammy question no. Menya answer to the question.
Dear way him.
Ubusa ne so mo kase National Theatre no mo be akosi say. Okasa bebre, but I never got the answer to the question.
Entipisani.
Me busa, but odi kan ba be kasa no kan be about obi say o show boa na obi diso e we say wo hwe dia waye. Kwater kwase obema ontuma e atie ni din na Mahama eye obi a Mahama obi a ex-president Mahama obi a oshebo a odiso na oye na in 2012 I think say never be discuss creative art manifesto ntino ma share to me bo akenkan bi 2012 and our president Mahama shebo say we will rehabilitate abandoned cultural centers for national culture. 2024 manifesto ewum. Na uko weni na ucha kompona ukohwe wechia art center is not in good shape since that time. Nothing has been done. Kumasi Center for National Arts. President Mahama Shebo so be rehabilitate. Ye seen a long time and it's evident say here refurbishment be brave. National Theatre. President Mahama say the government has secured funding from Turkish Export and Import Bank to put up a second national theatre in Kumasi to promote arts in the country. President John Mahama, who made this known, said the proposed national theatre will accommodate a larger audience than the one in Accra. Now, say NDC for Ekoshia Creative Arts Kumasi. And President Mahama Sashe Bobio say, Yebeye National Theatre for Kumasi. This was in 2012 manifesto. 2024. Yasaba bekabi enti se samika se obisha oboa obeye na President Mahama shebo oye o deliver ni na. I beg to differ kakra.
Scanned by Akufa.
Pacho nyabotere mame. I think say na obi abetumi making the point said be ya obi ndinko obi.
Eya time.
Yes.
Ujina floor.
Enti media oka se obi be shebo a clearly no politicians have taken this sector for a ride for a long time. Cool. Clearly no politicians have disrespected this sector for a very, very long time. But Empress, unim die esre kaka. One will say yeba beto abe. Every politician is running to creative to trumpet their message. I will use a classic example. United Showbiz is the biggest entertainment show in Ghana. And yet arguable. Obia peso baha senya na brother Sammy kasa or true mu say yamana kwenya oba beche because yenim say ha na Ghana etie. And this platform was built. This platform was built on the back and sweat of creative people. Father Dixon, Ike, production, camera, Obia, Arnold, Bulldog. Yeah, you work creative arts money na. You play a role. No, that is how this platform was built. And every politician would love to use this platform to trumpet their message. Look at how creative people, to me, capture the manifesto of politicians in one song. And Nasi has done that beautifully, capturing the whole manifesto of NDC4. Sebio, and you need to me quite chirama. One more manifesto no cry and kwasao. To say dia enyom ekono. Enti creative art industry no here. Okay. But politicians are taking them for a ride. Adada ye buso mo question ani e dia fa ni akfa ye kotem anso ni akofa kaswa. Na ya weda asem na ye ntumi insinipi. 2012 President Mahama ka say obesi National Theatre wo Kumasi. And you ask say National Theatre na yesi ewe. But I didn't get an answer. When we were here with Ola and Ancorex. Yes, see, IMF and a buy and but we said we have secured the fund. ye de kwa kosi ba ye ntumi an ye de busa ho asema politicians say to me my straight answer because yeah weda. It is so bad they say they don't respect our sector enough to even make one of our own the leader of our sector.
One of our own ebi womu.
Debbie Ubeshe from honorable. What did you say maybe or your deputy.
It's a cow person.
Make it point. And now we share most of entertainment conversations, entertainment platforms. Look at what they are doing to Honorable Kwekumanti. People are saying he's ineffective. Or to me, Nyejuma or buy your nyesh. But see, Empress, my kind law we ma. Who call a year the article hold on. Article 97 of Deputy Minister's Law. Yatropefe wo said the president may, in consultation with the Minister of State and with prior approval of Parliament, appoint one or more deputy ministers to assist the minister in performance of his functions. It's not just a deputy ministers no more. They act on authority of their bosses. Boss.
It's without the boss, no.
Of course, because you cannot and act alone on your own and say you are doing this. There is a structure there, and so this whole conversation, creative for you because I'm using Okwekumanti as an example because then again, Romeo Kratz and Hakada. And but politicians don't even respect us enough to make us the leaders of our own sectors. And we've seen it played out in Parliament. Our politicians.
So you think some the
fire and then we will hold on. He was deputy. Not a deputy. She was deputy. Exactly. Most of the creative arts she was deputy. Boo, my research. Boo, and I make us what I say. Deputy. All the creative people need now. We check your money. How do we say creative arts? Then we go and pick. Obia yet sector no sebio on shedantiasie papa say one belly and at the end of the day we blame the deputy when there is a leader. I don't understand it. Like
can I explain?
No, let me finish. I don't understand. Until your best politicians they say Agraada omodi creative arts sector need and because na me kano omo hu say hu hia Empress who say creative art industry is very important, and I like the fact that and then when we are having conversations now, almost the year count. Me to me, I can say for a long time in a while, no, it is refreshing, kakra, that we get people like this to address the creative sector because they know that when we speak, it goes far. And when they want to trumpet their message, it's your best to say when they make some of these promises and stuff, no. They have to deliver. If you don't deliver and then you come and then we ask you and then it's like when away by no, but that is not what we are asking.
Blame.
What's your say? You now will see who be we didn't na wanye. Ade na wonye ye. Me patro de make cannot say Empress. My last question, Mr. Creative Arts Fund.
Who baby say question?
Wait. No, what is his own?
That you say when we show red card pen me.
They say who kasa.
Yellow card mom. And then do red. Continue.
Creative Empress Creative Arts Fund, of course. Last one, Mr. Make us a question one answer. Creative Arts Fund, and so in 2012, NDC manifesto, NDC promised that they will facilitate access to finance and export market for products of the creative industry. You can say you be a Creative Arts Fund. 2012 no manye afia kwesan yasaba bebedu 2024 we are still talking about Creative Arts Fund. With regards to the Creative Arts Fund, me person me who say fund no meaning say most of the funds can you project say okay sika say na ye theater creative. Oh Empress, you see, I always believe, sometimes, when your politicians they need to give us timelines, figures, and this so that we can hold them accountable.
Now, so obi ne was soon to Amuba and Kofu no
Muba be trace Oma Caso Omuba pen. One Muba be monomen to me and ye. Now say yes, I have a pepper one year, sir, Cassa the same thing now. Ye besa ya.
Sifo. Vida.
And then they are begging.
Oh my name Sammy, but yes,
Good, you're so
okay. And lawyer, that's your answer.
Okay, well, I think Minia A plus, the honor was largely a futu.
Yeah. Okay.
So the G and share second year. Maybe I can't echo no hair no na.
That made me feel like we are Minia, you know.
Mujabako. Enti yeti ya wansi eni was ye ho achi. Oh yeah. So Medai Plus has about brilliant suggestions that he made about what we can do. Say at the Yeboah films industry in Ghana. Baby kakra bia me pese me di bika A plus there na hono. On the TV channel na sem no. Okay, be about GBC. GBC has to be strengthened.
Yes.
And no me ne you're John Dramani Mahama e GTV when you went. Yes, for that presidential encounter. Oh yes. And you know President Mahama or an internship or GBC. No a postgraduate in communication studies. Into why Juma Hodada. And he himself, live on TV, can say, about no who much of a change. No free say was a buying the issue of GBC in your so much.
He said it.
However, GBC, even if it is strengthened, cannot be a substitute for the air canal. Because GBC is a media organization. Until they will have their own programming from politics.
A government.
Yes, a government. So they will have their own, but you know, they, even though it is state, not government, it's state owned.
Okay.
So they are there for the states, and they are supposed to give equal access to all political parties and all that. But of course, government has oversight over the management. Now, here say yeso mwasene na Yeboah musika kwanso na GBC efane to mapefra. But let's also admit to say GBC a tete pansam say a few years ago, no, say it's a triabapa, even if you look at their programming and all that, but we can do more. There is still more room for improvement. But the point is this: even if GBC, even if GBC is, you know, supported, it will still not be a substitute for the aircon because that is a TV station. They will have their own programming on a day-to-day basis. Anopa news, a political talk show. They will have their own thing. But the air can a channel dedicated just for the creative arts and tourism industry. Just for that.
When you say GBC, I can say more different TV stations. Channels like
yeah.
It is mobile close here no.
GBC will run. GBC there is a creature of law, so they will run.
Channels no more. Mu use we no be mfanye.
It's not about, you see, we are talking
because
about
a state there.
I'm not too sure. You see, we are talking about a DTT platform.
Okay.
It is totally different.
Okay.
And that DTT, no, I'm breaking it down. That's digital, terrestrial, something. I'll get the full thing for you. But basically, it is a platform that hosts, to say, multi-TV.
Multi-TV, okay.
What's that here? So it said they want multi-TV, and we DSTV. Okay. Now, you are dedicating one channel for a particular thing.
But DSTV is ubechiao. But so you pay. It's not free.
Yes.
And now multi-TV now can. TV station now and a channel now on every month omuchiaka. So assuming say enkofoko na modi akoto wo modi eno so. Say bia sikasem na omo ntumi ntia na say ye ntumi nhwe.
So multi-TV amanfo tua enso omo hwe abisi na DSTV amanfo tua enso omo hwe abisi.
Ye tua in dollars.
Well, I'm saying you tua DSTV in dollars?
Yes.
No, okay, we pay the CD.
CD, but
but you pay the
$50. But
multi-TV near the you buy the decoder. Yet there are a lot of stations there. A lot of stations there. It be your DSTV, but they are still on multi-TV.
Okay.
It be a free to air, but they are still on multi-TV.
Yeah, they need a free to air.
So if you are on multi-TV, just dedicated. You see, the stations will tell you something. So maybe NDC program. Na I'm going to say GBC and our UTV never. Another station can say for the mere fact that their logo is on, we are not comfortable picking it.
Okay.
They want a neutral platform. What am I saying? Also, you are not only looking for a channel to show movies and music videos, but you're also looking for a platform that people can use to stream their own content and events, and special events. So what I'm saying is any mutually exclusive. Strengthening GBC is one, but you can have another. Yes, and Namdodo and Sefine. Another I know is specially dedicated for this purpose. And I don't know medical but the work can in no. Me also na metre medical manifesto committee, and you be making sure say the be adwuma because nyansa ni ba ko team and about for so nchire down for ye nyina ye to adwene na esua free especially those who have been in this industry before say beboa. Then you know about there no you see the context of Masemo Amekan about quadriquasi of the Mount to my TND no is not about manifesto promises. I'm not naive. Political party be anywhere say of fulfilling the manifesto, you know.
True.
It will call America now far even the manifesto of the Democrats or the Republicans, none of them can fulfill 100%. So you can pick any manifesto of any government and still get an unfulfilled promise. That in itself an interest will be a control and will be nyanokafo. By your own crofwa, almost shebo any manifesto bukra. Omutimi shebo. Na omuankasa boss abeka se boss we dey yanwe ho mekura menyawe. I give you a typical example. But when we call Cape Coast, was the good people of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building, not we will build. We are building an ultra-modern harbor and airports in Cape Coast. Akufuado ko Cape Coast aye any interview no you know your flag bearer no. Or say we never even contemplated a harbor for the people of Cape Coast because harbor water crowd there, and it was a fishing landing site. When ye unfulfilled manifesto promise, I am true. Me metro ade obi catch us say to abama me na in 18 months krobia ni Ghana wo benya nsuo anaja nine problem na any manifesto mu I am true. You see obi catch us say yakọ cabinet ye hu say asphalt route en fata Ghana oye ya na say it is here ba be concrete roads nko a na wa anya concrete road no atrema kra wa ngu concrete atrema kra wo ba bia e yentro obi catch as a developing country onim say ye to na yesika ye jeje nyina na entimi nso ye entimi nso ye e wose ye kobo bisia be so but o hwe wanim catch say we don't have to borrow for rules. You just have to toe the rules and you'll be able to raise money to do it. These are not manifesto promises. Let's get it clear. So it is okay. You can look. As for the Creative Arts Fund, I have to double check because to the best of my knowledge, it was not in the 2012
I wanted
manifesto.
To know, sir.
No party. Even if the culture say, but I will fulfill 100% of our manifesto promises. No, because
within the 4 years.
Within the 4 years, some you can start. If you may have the intention, you can start, but you can have difficulties along the way, practical difficulties, and you will not be able to fulfill it. Or they say within the 4 years, and even some manifesto promises are. The first term of the government, it will moment, but the second term they are able to do it. It will be briefer, but. When I was talking about Bawumia and the MPP, I was not just saying say because of unfulfilled promises. It is because of the lofty promises, most of which were not even in their manifesto. I don't think but they said it on platforms. What they say? They said it on platforms and clearly things that are unrealistic. Any idea almost say yeah, but yeah. Are you getting me? So you heard the difference between the two. Now, President Mahama, it is a fair criticism to say, you said that you will build a theater, you didn't build it. Why not? I know that Turkish funding thing didn't go through. Okay, that is one thing. But you see, President Mahama has been consistent. After 2012. 2013, our kind of 2020 manifesto, he was consistent. He still spoke about it. 24, he still spoke about it.
Yeah.
And I know, sir, if he had gotten the mandate in 2020, it would have become a reality. Yes, sir, the funding challenge we had, but even with that, our sister should also be fair to give credit where credit is due. Sir, Kumase theater na maso by lease or your attic, am I? Or your Accra, you can say a tourist information center, and on the hub for the creative arts ministry and agency. You can say agency. Creative arts. That is a monument. That is a legacy.
Okay.
You can't brush that aside. So why yebi? Benya de ni si na ni su ni nya no timi ye. So timi ye ni nyina akra ka menye so beka so back. The reason why he's coming back is because he concedes that there is an unfinished agenda. Yes, sir. Because the job mama they see na ni su nyina timi ye ya ka back abaye de. But the intia back and they say na ni su ade hunu no de na si na ni su no enye ni nyina en utimi wie. Ebi wa ya consider, ebi wa e sikasem, ebi wa e yembre. But o man penyi bia wunya second term ka ho a na nyema ni bibi wo wa when to be answer the first term no kwa utimi ye den e the second term bitimi nua ba no fair criticism, but I will tell her say unya Jomahama mujidie, and for Jomahama it is fair to believe in because the legacy no yet tangible. So we nyema Jomahama aye no Kumasi a National Theatre de ye muketwa obi aye $268 million market.
Facts.
The best market in the whole of West Africa, we come say. Na National Theatre, and Obeka say Onyana.
Sister,
just no, it's fair. No. Let me just land so that she can.
I'm just saying,
sister, no, you can't talk.
Respect, please.
You can't.
So continue to.
You can't because all right, on the app. Me got 3.
Don't worry, relax. So I'm saying that it's a fair constructive criticism to say that there were some. It's a fair constructive criticism to say that there were some of the manifesto promises that were not fulfilled, but there were some that were fulfilled.
But you see,
some that I didn't even talk about. Maybe.
Okay.
What do you say, Mahama?
No. Say, I mean, we are not going into the manifesto. But also, who Kasa Meba? Who can be say? MC.
When we that, but the when you,
for example, and you may be another Kasa about
breathing.
And you may be another Kasa about film. Kwame Kasai about what our antecedents did with Ghana Film Company near the other. But you saw the law for the films industry pass here. The Films Authority I established here. And you know, sir, we actually trained young people in filmmaking. There are a lot of Kumawu stars who were beneficiaries. Trained over 200 of them. When you say actors, I come once and Mahama Breso or Maslok Momokas.
Facts.
To pay on credit.
Facts.
Okay.
Or Momokas and pay you for none a woman. Or no one casa ma buy you triaka and a cambo. And other actors, he can buy we buy on be hassle on waje casting in the films. Dear job, Mama, I am a creative ass. Yes, I can at the other side. But you see,
I just want to.
They see 30 seconds, and I think it's fair to allow her to talk. So I'm saying that
I agree with you.
Yeah, because so I'm saying that in 30 seconds, I'm landing so that you come in.
Sure.
But he's done a lot, and I know he will do even more.
Right.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, crash between that was the crash between Sammy Gyamfi and MC Yeboah. Yeboah no so urban entertainment industry man we di mu akotin papa. Entim boy din na enyini fi ho with the entertainment analysis critics obono modern war industry man kasangasa. Na Sammy Gyamfi ka there. Sisi ade. Why the entertainment industry no instead of obo konenim no or perform na MC Yeboah say me fan MC ya I say dabida mama Sammy Gyamfi metna on use them platform no mbeke there this current government wonye bi when for ono MC Yeboah onim no this current government, that is Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and Bawumia administration, no, wow, modern pan when it comes to the entertainment industry. When we talk about December to Ghana or December to Remember initiative, Nana Danko or the Bay or boy industry, no, or lifting industry, no, from a different level to a higher, a greater level. Now, Sammy Gyamfi in Sahon Kadamasa, no. If Sammy Gyamfi says industry na chia, he should come out. He should come out with data, with analysis. Catching this, that. Then Sammy Gyamfi now on cache. Now, latter part of let's video. The latter part of MC Yeboah ne submission no. Now Sammy Gyamfi interjecting there. Onya Botel, Mama, or like she's being too defensive. Onya Botel. December, Ghana kasa December or a chilling day man, or a chilling month. I wanna industry no players no obia cut ni cocoa or a cocoa season man. Yes, on that there Nana Akufo-Addo or some upgrade. Or some upgrade when it comes to December to Remember, where people from the diaspora walk back Ghana or boosted tourism. We saw a different level. Oh, activities be break. But you can't talk about that. Where in December pay, when you're talking about Ada, it's Excellency John Dramani, then time NDC, comparing it to Akufo-Addo regime, no. NDC is far better. Building of theaters, state of the nation's art. Never be brave. Mahama Yema entertainment industry. It is on okay there. Say, as and now, entertainment industry no only before onimdoreka. Because in Yema Mahama only ja this administration no. And can say what shady ye and now what jando wa da juma like entertainment industry and industry as a whole no only hade and now undo them level they like yeah full man or because odu baby maslog or more on cars MPP bad no wabeji that was Sammy Gyamfi submission. I say under Mohammed's regime and Mohammed standing in office no or ma actors with in collaboration with Maslog or ma actors and industry players no cars but MPP bad no wabeji cars ni nyare if you want same. And under Mohammed's regime, agent that will play major role in the industry, no. This Saturday, in Penient, Wabet safe, you know, one care, health care, and Mohammed took care of them. But what can the this administrating boast of? What even can be done? Someone sound them, but when it comes to this submission, it is not about data. Industry players now, Warwick, they are suffering. And Bibia or they like or ma Bibia they or show no. So what do you think? Comparing next week Saturday, this Saturday is election. What do you think? What do you think there? MPP and NDC. One entertainment industry no. Actually, or boa industry no. MPP is one of boa industry no papa. Are you with Sammy Gyamfi there? The industry is coming down, or you are with MC Yeboah? Say industry in there is going bigger, better, and better. The comment section what they call now for what you can show. This is the Deja Show right here on Sammy Flex TV. While when there Sammy day about to they be show you. Yeah, the baby one. I'm out.